Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today is gonna be 4 times the fun because it is gonna be a collab with some amazing women I have been able to meet here through YouTube. I haven't actually met them in person, but I know them all through social media and they are really amazing women. I'm subscribed to their channels myself and I enjoy watching all of their content. And I think that you guys would really enjoy them as well, so I will be listing down in this description box below links to their videos because we're all going to be posting on the same day, which today's collab is going to be a holiday inspired makeup look in which we're not going to be all doing the same thing. I myself am going to be doing a full glam all drugstore makeup look. Lifestyle with Nika, she is going to be doing a everyday drugstore look. Krystal K Beauty is going to be doing a high-end full glam look, and Hannah is going to be doing a high-end everyday look. So it is all going to be different holiday-inspired makeup looks, all different variations, drugstore, high-end, everyday, and glam. So it's a little bit something for everyone to enjoy. So be sure you go and check out their videos after you watch my video, of course. So without further ado, let's hop into my holiday-inspired, full glam, all drugstore makeup look, just everything in one, and let's get right into it. I have already done my eyebrows, as you guys can see. It's always the same kind of steps, so I'll just go over real quick what I use. First things first is I always go in with my NYX Tame & Frame Tinted Brow Pomade in Brunette. Then going over that with the brow powder number 2 in the Milani Brow Kit. This is their medium kit. And then filling in some tiny little hairs in the front with the Maybelline Brow Precise. It always takes me such a long time to be able to do my brows, so I just decided to leave that part out and just let you guys know what I use. That way this video doesn't already start out being a million years long. First things first, we're going to start with priming the skin, and I'm going to go in with a Maybelline New York Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. This I find is very comparable to the Smashbox Photo Finish. You do not need a lot and it really does help to kind of blur out your pores, which I do have really enlarged pores, so I really like something that can fill them in. The Smashbox one is my go-to day-to-day one. I do find it is a little bit more long wearing, but for a drugstore blurring primer, I feel like this one is a very good one. Moving on to foundation, I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte in the shade 102. I'm just going to go ahead and dot it all over my face. And I'm going to take my EcoTools Beauty Sponge and I'm going to blend it out. I have found that I do like this really big fluffy sponge in the little duo kit, but I do not like the smaller version. So for that reason, I will probably not be repurchasing this sponge just because it comes with that other small one and it's $10. I'd rather get the Real Techniques sponge little pack that you get 2 of the big sponges for $10 just because I will probably not be using the little small one that comes in here. I find that the small one is just really, really hard. Even when you run it underwater and all of that, when you are pressing it on your face, it's like you're just pressing it with a rock. Now that we have applied the foundation, I'm going to go in with some concealer, and I have a new one to test out. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. This is in the shade Light Ivory, and I'm really excited to test it out. I've heard really good things about it, and I'm going to put it on all of the usual places. I'm going to brighten underneath my eyes. And I'm going to be blending it out using my same EcoTools sponge. Since today is a full drugstore makeup look, I am going to be taking the same concealer and I'm going to be putting it on my eyes as my eyeshadow base. I'm going to be blending it out with my sponge as well. So far, I am really loving this concealer. It's actually very good. I wouldn't say that it's a full coverage kind of look. I do feel like you'd probably need to build this up a little bit more. It's kind of a little bit sheer. I have a lot of my skin kind of poking through underneath my eyes. Then I'm going to apply just a little bit more. I do also want to do the oxidation test, which is I put a swatch on my hand and I just kind of leave it for a little while and see if it gets darker. So here it is right now, swatch. So we'll go back to that later and see if it's gotten darker or if it stays the same. To set the entire face, this is my absolute favorite. This is the Coty Airspun Powder in Translucent. I'm going to be setting everywhere I place the concealer, including my eyes. I'm not going to do anything crazy like baking. I'm just going to be pressing it into the skin and making sure it all melts together. I'm going to go in with some contour, and I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlight and Contour Palette in Dulce de Leche. And as you can tell, I absolutely love this one. I have actually hit pan on it. It is something that I definitely highly recommend looking into. Next, I'm going to be bronzing up the face using my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Light Bronzer, and I'm going to be using it on my Morphe Y1 brush. So for highlight, I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Paris True Match Lumi Powder Glow Illuminator. Ooh. So this is the Rose palette. And I'm just going to be focusing on the two little icy shades in the middle and not the pinker ones because I see those more as a blush topper. What I'm going for today is just kind of like an icy winter kind of look, so that's why I'm choosing the more white icy kind of tones. And I'm going to be applying it on my Cupid's bow, my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, and my shoulders for a little shoulder glow. Now for the eyes, I was debating using the Morphe 35M palette. It has a lot of beautiful reds in here, which is the look I'm going to go for is a very red kind of candy cane inspired look. And when you are thinking of Morphe, I personally think it's kind of drugstore just because of the price. These are somewhere around $20 to $30. I can't exactly remember the price, but they're on the very low end and you get so many shadows in here, so I think it's drugstore. However, I ran a poll on my Instagram and 58% said no, Morphe is not drugstore. So I'm gonna leave this out, but if you are looking for a good palette with reds in it, definitely check out this palette, because when it comes to drugstore eyeshadows, if you are looking for a good rich red that is actually a true red, it is very hard to find. I was looking for hours online and I do have one in which I really do enjoy. It is a limited edition and it's kind of controversial because of the price. It is the NYX Fire palette, but it has the most gorgeous red in here and orange and all of these little tones. I really enjoy this palette and I really do recommend it. I bought it on sale where it was buy one get one half off. So I was able to pick up two for around $20 a piece instead of $30. Yes, it's still up there for the drugstore items, which is why I'm also giving you the recommendation of the Morphe. It's around the same price and you get way more eyeshadows inside the Morphe. But since I'm going to be sticking to the drugstore theme, I'm going to be going with the NYX Fire palette. To start, I'm going to be going in with number 3 on my Wet n Wild crease brush, and I'm going to be using this as my transition shade to start with a little bit of a base before we go in with all the red. Next, I'm going to be going in with a shade number 9 using my Makeup Geek Soft Dome brush, and this is just a very beautiful orangey shade. Placing it in the crease and the outer V area. And dipping back into my Wet n Wild brush and kind of blending out the edges a little bit more. Using the Makeup Geek brush, I'm going to be also taking it underneath my eyes to start building that up. Then dipping into the shade number 7 using my Morphe Y19 brush. I'm going to be placing it in the outer V area and I'm just going to be patting it in till I get the buildup I want, and then I'm going to be blending it out using another brush. And again, dragging it out underneath my eyes a little bit. And I want to be gentle where I'm blending this out, so I'm going to be using my Makeup Geek Defined Crease Brush and just going along the edges. Same process to the other eye. I want to go ahead and deepen up the outer V a little bit more, so I'm going to dip into the shade number 8 on my Define Crease brush again and just dipping into it very, very lightly. I do not want to pick up too much product so that way it doesn't go crazy. I just want a little bit more definition, and I'm going to keep it very low and I'm going to blend upwards. So just a little bit on the outer V right here, keeping it low. And then using my Morphe Y19 brush, the brush we use to apply the red shade, and blending that out. Dipping back a second time, building it up so gently. One more time and we're gonna have the payoff that I want. And repeating the same process to the other eye. And taking just the tiniest bit again and putting it on the lower lash line, just in the outer corner, not dragging it too far in. That I'm taking my Sigma E36 brush and just blending that out. Now I know I want to be adding some glitter to this look, so I am going to be taking the concealer and I'm going to be putting a little bit on the back of my hand. Now is actually a good time to show you guys the dry down swatch and the new swatch of the concealer. As you can see, there is not much oxidation. I wouldn't actually say that it's oxidized at all, just that it's dried down, so that is a really good thing. But I'm going to be taking the concealer on a small little dome brush. This is my concealer brush from Sephora, and I'm going to be taking the concealer about halfway across the lid and then blending out the edges. And I'm just going to take my fingertip and blend out the little edges a little bit. Just be careful so that way you don't spread around any concealer. You just want to tap away any of the excess. Then you want to set everything. I'm going to be going in with the CoverGirl eyeshadow in French Vanilla, and I'm just going to be using that to set everywhere I place the concealer and cut the crease. You want a white base because we're going to be going in with some white glitter. I'm going to be taking my NYX glitter primer and my Wet n Wild large eyeshadow brush and placing that everywhere where you put the white eyeshadow and the concealer. I'll be using the JCat Beauty glitter in Papaya Whip, and using the same brush in which we apply the glitter glue, we're going to be applying the glitter. When you are applying the glitter, make sure you're being very careful so that way you're not bringing it too far down. We are going to be applying a wing liner, and it is very difficult to apply wing liner over top of glitter, so just kind of be careful. Tilt your brush upside down so that way you can kind of go around. Now we want to put on some wing liner, and I do have a new wing liner to try out. My old one had to go in the garbage. It was turning old, and bad situation all around when liner goes bad. So I have a new one to try out. This is of course their black shade, and it is their Fine Lines Liner. Oh, by Wet n Wild. And it does look like it has a very nice fine point to it. So let's go ahead and wing it out. We have some liner on, and I will say that I'm not 100% crazy about this new liner. I would definitely recommend the original one, which is the liquid liner. It's a little pot and it's the little felt tip that you dip into. It is a little bit more difficult for some to use. If you enjoy those types of ones, I would highly recommend that one. This one was a little bit of a drier formula. I felt like I kept dragging it across and it was kind of just like tugging at my eyes, and it wasn't really gliding on top. I like my liners to be a little bit more liquidy so that way they kind of glide across, but yet not overly liquidy and not too dry, and this felt a little bit too dry. I will definitely be putting this to the test a little bit more. It could have been the fact that there was some parts where there was glitter. I will definitely give it that. So I will be trying it again and seeing what my thoughts are and letting you guys know in a future video. For mascara, I am going to go in with my Rockin' Doll Essence Mascara. I'm going to be using it just on the top lashes. I do not really like it for the lower lashes. I feel like it gets very messy, so I am going to go in with my Revlon Ultra Volume for the bottom just because I like the wand a little bit better and the formula a little bit more, so because it doesn't get as messy underneath, whereas this one I have found that it kind of smears around a little bit. To finish up the eyes, I am going to be taking some lashes by Ardell. These are the Natural Demi 120s. with my Ardell lash grip, and I'm gonna be doing that off camera, so I'll just be right back. Lashes are on. So they are just a very nice kind of natural looking lashes. I felt like for this look, it's kind of dramatic already. I didn't want to put on anything that's kind of like just like woof, you know? But the real question is to go bold and red or to go kind of neutral. If only I could ask you guys ahead of time. I do have a new lippy to try out. This is by CoverGirl. This is their Melting Pout in the shade 120. Let's test this out and let's see if it's a little bit too much. If it is, I'm gonna go neutral. Like a little sponge tip, that's kind of cool. And then the product just pushes up. Ooh, exciting. Woo. Holy red lips. I'm not the biggest fan of this applicator. I feel like it's kind of hard to work with and you have to squeeze really hard to get out a lot of product. So, but the actual color and the pigmentation of this is amazing. Here is what it looks like with red lips on. I'm kind of torn. I think I might phone a friend. 1 second. And just like I suspected, way too much wiping this off. And then I'm gonna pop on some Maybelline Hot Vivid Lacquer, and this is in the shade Charmer. Now here it is with Charmer on. I feel like it looks a lot better, but you guys kind of got to see how it looks like with a red lip and also me testing out the Melting Pout. If it's one thing I don't really enjoy about these Vivid Hot Lacquers is the smell of them. They smell so chemically and they also taste kind of bad, but I really love the actual shade of this one. I think it's really, really beautiful. Now we're gonna set our entire face, and I do have a new setting spray. This is by Milani, the Make It Last. I have not been able to get my hands on this because it's been kind of sold out everywhere. It's been really crazy. My local stores actually don't even sell these. Definitely not bad in terms of the mister. It's not like it's going like, but here's the final look of the holiday full glam using only drugstore makeup. And don't forget to check out the other videos a part of this holiday inspired makeup tutorial collab. Hannah is doing her everyday high-end makeup. Nika is going to be doing the everyday version of the drugstore, and Krystal is going to be doing the full glam of the high-end makeup. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, please give it a like and comment down below. Don't forget to also hit that subscribe button down below. I post 2 videos a week. I post once on Wednesdays and the second time on Sundays. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!